I've always struggled with focus. I would try so hard to narrow in on that one thing that I wanted to do. But then 4 hours later, I would find myself just completely off track and not even getting anything done. In this video, I want to give you the exact formula for focus so that you can get it absolutely easily. You need focus in today's world, especially if you want to get anything meaningful done, whether it be for you personally or for you in any area of life. You need focus. And I try to find so many different techniques and formulas, but I've come down to 3 variables that add up to equal focus. The equation is energy times goal divided by distraction equals focus. When you have that equation down, you have no choice but to be focused. And so I want to cover each of those 3 variables right now. The first variable we're going to cover is energy. And I like to think of energy as your willpower. You have, let's say, 50 willpower points in a day. And you need willpower points to divert your attention to something. If you use it all up, and let's be real, during a day we make so many decisions that we're gonna use it all up. You're fried. You know that feeling where at 6 p.m. you can't do anything, you're just tired, you're done? That feeling is because you ran out of willpower points. And so there's really 2 options here. Either you increase your willpower points through hard work and discipline, or the easier route is to focus, do your hard focused work in the morning, because that is the time where you'll have the most willpower points. And this is actually a technique called eat the frog. Not only is this great for focus, but it's also great for not procrastinating on something. Once you got that down, it's time to decide on what you're actually going to work on. And this is where your goals come in. I've made so many mistakes setting goals, and the biggest mistake that I made was setting a results-based goal. When you set a results-based goal, a goal that's out of your control, then you're not going to achieve it. Honestly, I've had so many times where I would try to achieve, I would set a goal with a huge milestone, and I would try to work up towards it until I stopped seeing progress, and then I'd give up. The way to control your goal is to set an action-based goal. So instead of thinking, I want to get this done in this focused work, instead, I want you to think of the goal being to do focused work. Your goal is to focus and actually get stuff done. It isn't to complete this overall goal. It's just to do focus. It's consistency. If you focus on consistency, you will never have a problem in reaching your goals. Focus is like a laser beam. Now that we have the energy part down, we have the battery in, and we know where we're shooting the laser with our goal. The only problem is that there's a huge obstacle in the way, and that obstacle is the distractions in your path. No matter how much energy you have, and no matter how focused in on a goal you are, if you're distracted, you have obstacles in the way of the laser, then it doesn't matter. You're not going to reach your goal. And so this is the part that makes or breaks people. I know people who have amazing goals and who are so disciplined and waking up early and actually getting stuff done. But then when you ask them what results they have, they freeze up because they don't get results. They feel busy, but they don't get anything done. And so the best way to deal with distraction is to take 5 seconds out of your day right now and get rid of them. And I'm not telling you to go crazy like a monk. It could be even as simple as putting your phone on Do Not Disturb for an hour. That's it. Afterwards, you can put it right back on like nothing happened. I just want you to think of 2 students taking the exact same test in school. One student has a completely silent room. There's nothing in the room distracting him, and he can just focus in on the test. Meanwhile, the other student in a different room has his phone ringing. There's some random ringing noise in the background as well. There's huge posters full of color on the wall. and he can just feel in his pocket his phone buzzing. What do you think is going to be the result for those students? Do you think that student 1 is going to get a higher grade or student 2? I can guarantee you that student 1 is going to do better. And it's because his mind isn't wandering. He has nothing in the way of his focus. They could have the exact same energy. They could have the exact same goal of the test. But those distractions make or break their results. And it doesn't even take long, by the way. I like going on rambles, if you couldn't tell, but 5 minutes out of your day, you could just look around, pick one thing to get rid of, and already you'll be so much more focused. Focus isn't the art of narrowing in on something. Focus is the art of removing everything else. If you remove all your distractions, you have no choice but to be focused. And now that we have all that down, you know how to get the energy to do it, you know where you're going, and you know how to get everything else out of the way. It's time for you to focus. You have everything you need. And now it's time for you to consider, when should I do it or what should I work on? This is a perfect time to ask yourself these questions. Because when you have them answered, you have everything in your power to start focusing.